Hello brother here, Getback5 here. I'm showcasing you a replay of a standard 2 versus 2 game that I had with the Teutons. So there's a game there's a game between me the Teutons and my ally the Vikings versus a French player and a Spanish. So as you can see here am I building up early houses right here, and I'm going to show my ally right here. He's also building a few houses and a mill right next to the forage bush. Remember, this game is on standard difficulty, and I'm just saying my ally got 3 relics. I was kind of jealous when I passed through his base and he had more relics than I had, because look at this, he has 2 relics right next to his base. So he's building houses right now and hunting sheep. That's pretty good for a player, actually, for the AI. So I'm going to go back to my view. I'm scouting out a bit. Yes, so my scout, I'm going around looking for stuff, and right now I built a mill. So I'm going to go into fast forward mode if I know what this is. Well, I don't know, but I'm creating many villagers right now, and these villagers are now going to resources. And here are the Franks. They are building houses and little stuff. So my strategy as a Teutons was to get a pretty hard and solid economy, and then build a castle, and then you spam Knights of the Teutonic Order, because they are beasts at this game. Like, if you come in a hard multiplayer game and then you appear with 100 Knights of the Teutonic Order, and then like 15 trebuchets, and then 8 priests, and a few like 30 paladins, then you can just pwn everything, because these paladins can catch up to a lot of stuff. Not light cavalry, but most enemy archers and infantry are trying to decapite your Teutonic knights to death. Because if you don't know what I'm saying, then this game is all about advancing through ages, this game, and it is one of the... So this isn't the only game where you get resources and then you build a military, but this is the game, this is my all-time favorite RTS game. It was actually pretty nerve-wracking, this game too. It was actually a bit difficult, and if you don't know, I got pretty mad when I saw that my ally by the game thought it was the most important player. But in that case, sure, it was kind of weird, because it was I who defeated both players. Yes, I'm going to tell you that later, but yeah, I feel, I'm not trying to be egoistic, but my ally did a good job, but I don't think good enough. So enough with that. But Age of Empires games that you age up ages and build up things, and in this game, if you don't have a running economy, then you have lost. So you need to almost always be steadily creating villagers who build stuff like houses, and you need to remember lots of stuff. You need to keep track of your scout cavalry. That is a very important early game tool. So the most important age in this game is called the Dark Age. Why is it the most important? Well, it is the first stage, and it is the age where you need to get up a good economy. And a very important thing is about going around and finding sheep. That is a very important early game resource. And also these forest bushes, because when the normal resources, so in the early game, it is most of all finding the forest bushes, always starting near a base, and then also I hate hunting deer. They are just too annoying, and the boars are nowhere I can find it, but they are also pretty powerful. So But in the early game, it's most of all using your scout character to start hunting the enemy, to start taking a bit of the sheep, because then it is just building farms, and then you need to have a steady wood economy. So I'm going for most villagers on wood for now. So I have this mill so that I can quickly put in my food, because else then I need to leave it at my town center. So as you can see, my resources are pretty limited right now. I'm not going for gold yet. It's not really important in Dark Age. So the Vikings right now are already building farms. I don't really like that thing, because farms should be built when you run out of all food supplies, because farms you can repeatedly build, and they're also pretty cheap. They cost like 60 wood, so you need to have tons of wood for that. And if you use the mill, you can actually reseed the farms, so that you don't need to micro all the farms all the time, because the farms run out after a short time, but they are infinite. And why was I jealous because my ally had so many relics? Well, it's because relics are a very important resource in late game, because gold, well, there is tons of gold, but it isn't unlimited. It runs out very quickly, more quickly than you can expect. So then it's very important for you to have a very strong then you need to have many monks to hunt down those relics, because those relics give you gold. Those relics give you gold when the time passes. So that means that you have an infinite supply of gold. But right now I am beginning to deplete my last source of food. As you can see, my berry bushes are soon over. I don't know why I call them berry bushes. Pretty mostly because I played too much H3. So I have villagers gathering a bit of sheep. And yes, I'm building and gathering many resources. And as you can see, here's the population. It is very important to keep track of it, because sometimes you need to make tons of soldiers and then or villies, then it's just very annoying when you have no population. So this is the last forage bush and the last sheep, and then I need to have a very strong supply of wood to make farms for all of these villagers. You see all of those. So I'm going to show you a bit what I was doing right now. So oh yeah, I'm sending in new villagers to go cut wood. I'm pretty bad at microing stuff, not the best player. So now I'm going to begin building farms. And I completely suck at building farms. I'm pretty slow at doing that. But as you can see, I'm building farms around the mill or town center, because that's where the food gets delivered quickly. So my ally is doing right now, he's building pretty good farms all around, putting a bit of wood. I don't really like that strategy. Just 3 villagers on wood, that is completely awful. And those few villagers of food, no way. So we have 2 hunting, and then we have like 6 villagers farming, and no one seems to be gathering gold. So that's why I say that my allies came into Imperial Age and made many longswordsmen, but they only had like 15 villas totally, and that's a total proof that they could get an economy that I might have twice as big, but still was pretty astonishing for just 15 villagers, so that's why I can prove that AI even cheats on this difficulty. So here are many houses going down right now. I'm plopping down many houses. So here's the Spanish. The last who I found, I never knew where they were. Yep. No. Okay, that's slow-mo. Oh, what else, but... So, let's see if this is a difference. I don't think so. Oh, it goes back. Fine. So here are the Spaniards building up pretty decent farms. If I were them, I would... oh no, I'm not a veteran Spanish player. I kind of like their Conquistadors because they're a super OP unit if spammed correctly. But I think I like better the Saracen Mamluks. They are like the straight... They're like different than the Musketeers. Or the what is called? Conquistadors. Oh wait, these are Britons, not Franks. My fault. So, most of all my strategy is to, when I arrive at Castle Age, I normally build up a castle kind of early, because many of the cips I play have very powerful special units. That is including the Teutons, the Britons, a bit the Byzantines and Spanish, even Turks and Saracens have very powerful special units. The rest are very bad. So here I'm going straight for feudal age right now. And I'm going to skip a bit till I have come to castle age, because that's not really important what's happening. Okay, so you're showing that every single other faction advances to the feudal age at the same time. There is a complete proof how the AI plays. They just noticed that these 3 AI players got to feudal at the same time. There is something wrong with that. That means they are using some kind of bugs or something. But as you can see, I have pretty many farms. I've just recently gone to feudal. Many on wood, of course. A few mining and a few on stone. Okay, so I'm closing into the castle age now. And as you can see, my scout cavalry has been scouting quite a bit. Quite bad because I suck at scouting stuff. So I'm kind of microing around my scout and my base a bit and create a few man-at-arms to protect my base from early AI rushes. I have a blacksmith on. Because I'm the Teutons, I'm only going for infantry and cav upgrades, because that's the only thing I need with my Teutonic Knights. So I have a humongous economy right now. I can't still believe that my allies have such strong economy with so few villagers.
Win.
You know, they have nothing.
Win.
So I'm going to switch to me. Here I am at Castle Age, and what am I directly going to do? Well, see right there. That's what I normally do when I reach castle. I put a castle. Doesn't that sound pretty sarcastic? Well, that does actually make sense, because you build a castle at the Castle Age. And I have an idle villager. Yeah, I'm only... Yeah, it was a long time ago since I played H2. I've only been playing H3 as the Age of Empires game, so normally you can see the idle villager thing right here, but here you must go right here. I have pretty many. So I've been creating a few watchtowers and a few key spots where I thought an enemy could come from, but my only enemy could come from the north, right here. But I didn't know that, of course. So it seems that everybody has a pretty weak economy in this difficulty level, and that's why it's pretty weird how good armies they have. So soon I'm going to go to build a monastery so that I can hunt down these relics. Yeah, it was kind of cheap that the generator gave my allies 2 relics right next to the base. So yeah, I'm making many resources so that I can gather very fast. And as you can see here, I am completely out of my resources for now. I am not needing them for anything, but soon, very soon, I will need them. Okay, so the castle is almost done, and I'm pretty disorganized right now. I'm keeping pretty much order, building some towers, and right now I'm being attacked by the French right here, or by the English, tons of militia, no problem. And here's my ally saying that we should attack, but how can I attack? That's so weird. So the Spanish are building a few archers and a militia, pretty weak. I'm pretty sure they were weakest of all. I have some idle villagers right here. Now we're building a monastery, and as you can see, as I said, I'm building 15 Teutonic Knights. And directly when I built the monastery, I started to create 3 monks, and now I'm beginning to create a few knights. So as you can see, I'm having a pretty big economy, and this is actually as big as it will get for now. So yeah, I will just begin to do tons of infantry upgrades. See you later. Okay, so I've just picked up a relic over here. I have a few Teutonic Knights right here accompanying my monk, because it can be a bit dangerous to be attacked by tons of militia with just a monk, but with Teutonic Knights it's always safe. Teutonic Knights are always disposable, or are always available. So my ally has now advanced to the castle age, and he has a few man-at-arms, of course. I can't believe he can support such many troops. There's so much like Shogun 2. Like, this is such a weak economy, and they are still keeping up with the test of time. I can't believe this, but yeah, that's how the AI works. So skill boarding heavy armor, doing tons of upgrades.
Yeah.
So now many have already come to the castle age, and here is when the Vikings begin to attack. And I can't know this because I can't see the Vikings. They have already upgraded to longswordsmen, and they are completely eradicating the Spanish. So yeah, this isn't going really well for them. And I wonder when they're going to build a monastery and hunt down those relics. But the good thing is that I took the first relic. So here I have a relic. Now I'm at Imperial Age. And my ally is all the time ordering that we should attack. And I don't really like that. So now my economy is fading a bit, because I'm creating so many expensive heavy infantry. Why am I doing that? Why am I just going for Teutonic Knights, a few monks and trebuchets? Well, the answer is these Teutonic Knights are so powerful. Like, already 14 attack without the elite upgrade. They have very strong armor from the blacksmith, 70 hit points pretty much, and 12 attack. and they're very resistant. So here comes my relic, and they will stay somewhere here for the rest of a long part of the game. So it seems the Spanish can't do anything against it. I can't believe why. I can't believe how the Spanish are still keeping up with this. I think that if they just made a few archers, they could just have pwned these longswordsmen. They can just have kited them to death. And I'm guessing that these longswordsmen are going to defeat the whole Spanish Empire by themselves. So here's my huge force. I'm building it up right now. Many Teutonic Knights. Remember, this isn't a hardcore game. So the Viking is still being very annoying with the attack thing. Well, I don't know anything about this. So they repelled the first attack, but oh, here come many new longswordsmen, and they are ready to plunder like real Vikings. So you attack the town center. I don't believe it's going to do much for them. I don't really would have done that. Yeah, if I was the Vikings, I would have got tons of naval power and many berserks, because the berserks can regenerate. That is a very powerful ability. So that was an epic fail for the Vikings. I didn't really estimate I will be successful. So I'm making a few trebuchets. Let's see. I don't know when they make them, but I was getting tons of gold from that relic already. So here the British have just made have made a very beautiful church or monastery, and have tons of men-at-arms protecting it. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? It's not very beautiful. Oh, it is so beautiful, it's gonna be destroyed now. So I destroyed that church immediately because I saw, oh, look at this, this is pretty annoying, this is pretty hard. Here comes a wolf, and then I attack with all my units, so now I have just wasted 1 minute on just packing in the trebuchets and unpacking them. Fortunately enough, these bat-arms ran away, I don't know why, and these trebuchets began bombarding the church, so I'm pretty happy about that. And now all of these men-at-arms come in. So the church is gonna go down easily. Yup. So now my soldiers are beginning to slaughter these men-at-arms. But look at this. This is actually really funny. These men-at-arms are taking everything. They're just walking by. Just walking by. Look at that. Look at that. They're just walking. And you know where they're walking to? They're just walking to my watchtower. No biggie. So I'm right now trying to slaughter these troops. Let's see if they built their... Oh, there they have the monastery. So there they go. Who do try to make a raid against my watchtowers? I send out the alarm to my longsword from a far by superior. And my army just continues the... Oh well, it should continue the march. So here's my tower just taking everything. It's all chilling, calm. Now where's that evil monk gonna steal my treasures? So here they run away. And a very epic thing about the Teutons is that they have the ability that they can rain down on enemies, because if I had this tower right now, he would have killed my tower with time. That's one of the upgrades the Teutons gain for free. We don't even need to make it. So now I'm marching on How much on the English right now? They have no time to build longbows right now. So here comes an attack. So yeah. So my opponent has no archers. They only have my opponent has only infantry, and that is a very big trouble for them because I have the best infantry in the game. Elite Teutonic Knights with all the blacksmith upgrades. You're not gonna survive that with any infantry unit but the elite samurai. So let's see when these well, I just showcase when I am destroying their base. So here my knights come in and do some destructive attacks, and here appear all man-at-arms. My Teutonic Knights slaughter everything like it's nothing. That's how Teutonic Knights are. They just do everything. Nope. So here is that annoying town center doing quite some casualties, and here come the rest of the green smile. I'm going to see how the green is. Let's see how they feel. Wow. Doesn't feel very well for them. So, this is the end for them. Boom. And now I begin butchering their villagers. Yup.
Greeting.
So, that's it. And now it seems that the Vikings are pushing in. And I don't know where that monk is. So, yep. I'm just eradicating all French opposition. And I'm going to show you how it looks for me. Yup, building even more knights. Building an invincible army. Thought the Spanish will be very powerful. Yeah. So it seems that the Norse are still, the Vikings are keeping their economy calm. I'm moving around my scout to try to find the Spanish base. So this is actually everything that happens. I don't know why the Spanish government have built a ton of troops, and they were in the castle. Well, so there goes the French, or the English, and the Spanish, well, I don't know why they couldn't have just built a castle and trained 10 conquistadors. That would just completely have countered all of these longswords that are very weak soldiers against ranged. So now it is just me just going around waiting for the Spanish, so I'm going to skip tons of parts right now. And by the way, my economy is going pretty full right now. Okay, so as you can see, well, right now I'm building a desperate attempt to find the Spanish, so I'm building a dock, and right now I'm scouting out their base. But in reality, well, they are completely destroyed. And I couldn't know anything of this. So, yeah. I'm gonna keep... Oh, okay, here comes my gigantic army. Just paladins, elite Teutons, and the unupgraded monks just coming in here. A train of death and destruction. Going to destroy the Spaniards right now. So this actually... So I'm right now teaching them a lesson about what happens if they don't build a castle and train 200 conquistadors and destroy everything. Well, this is what happens to them. well, about 30, about 40 Teutonic Knights come in and break everything in their base. That's what happens.
Bereit.
So, this is actually the end to the Spanish. I'm just going to fast forward a bit. Here we go. We are now beginning to butcher the Spanish. Here is my galley I've trained here from my dock. Pretty neat. So right now my the enemy is completely screwed. And now they will surrender pretty soon once I destroy the mining camp. The good thing about the Teutonic Knights is in high quantities they can actually do tons of damage in siege, because they're so high damaging infantry. Like, just look at this. These elite knights do 21 damage. So there it goes. They surrender and something happens. But hope you enjoyed this video. Get5 signing out. See you next time. Hope the Teutons win.